Do you want to meet one of our newest partners? Stay tuned for this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz and I've got the beautiful Tina Nunziato sitting right here by my side. Hopefully you are catching us on a visual platform, maybe YouTube. You can watch us, and we're so excited that you are here with us. If you are one of our first-time listeners, we welcome you. And please check out our library. We have over 500 episodes. Tina and I have been podcasting for over 10 years. A lot of great information out there.
And a lot of different haircuts.
Yes, a lot of different haircuts. And if you're one of our regular listeners, we love you. And we are so appreciative that you continue to be on this journey. So we want to introduce you today to one of our newest partners. We are so excited to have her on the podcast with us. Drum roll, please. Kristen Anderson. Woo! Kristen Anderson from Prime IV Hydration. Welcome, Kristen.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I'm excited about this podcast.
Yes, we are so grateful that you joined us, and we want to talk about Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. You are located in Northwest Peoria at the corner of Happy Valley and Lake Pleasant, right next to Squid Ink. And we found you. We came and we found you. We hunted you down because Dr. Cruz and I were looking for partners. We're looking for people to help grow our business and help you grow your business. I love that as soon as we walked in, you were like, yes, please, let's do this. Because not everybody was like that, by the way.
You had amazing energy, and we were just so impressed. Like, you took us right to the bag. We're like, what's going on here?
Let's talk.
Like, so excited. Like, we were even like, are you the owner of this? This is not
the employees only had that much energy. I would be like,
right? Booming.
Yeah, you business. Do have a lot of energy, and it was a very fast relationship, very exciting, a lot of great stuff going on. We actually became members at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, and so we're really excited to be a part of your family. And it's been a great partnership that we formed. We're very excited. Kristen, thank you so much. And we're really excited to have you on this podcast because we want to hear about your story.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to kind of, hear about where did you start and how did Prime IV even come into the picture for you? And just tell us about all of that.
Well, that is a very long journey, but I'm more than happy to share it. I share it with all of my customers every time they come in because I think it's a journey of inspiration and hope. We all deal with medical issues. I mean, in today's society, we're just not eating right. We're not sleeping right. And, it took a toll, that lifestyle took a toll on my body. So I just start from my beginning. Back when I was 19 years old, I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I underwent chemotherapy at that time. Then by the time I was 24, I had cervical cancer. Remember the calls like it was just yesterday when my OBG called me and said, you need to come in. We found more cancer. So I went through all that and I beat it. Then probably, by the time I was 35, I had a blood clot in my brain and had to undergo treatment for that. I then had my first of 3 strokes shortly after that. And it was challenging.
That I would say that is quite the life challenge with health issues for sure.
I did. I had a lot. And throughout this whole time too, I experienced the digestive issues. Growing up, I took years and years of Correctol, laxatives, stimulants, Miralax, to help with constipation issues. I inherited from my father that diverticulitis gene.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a real gene or not, I don't know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, it's all hereditary.
diverticulitis and had half of his bowels removed. So by the time I was 48, they found a blockage in my small intestines. And because of that, they scheduled me for a surgery to have that removed. I went in on June 10th. That morning before we went in, my husband and I took a visit to, we went and sat at the park because we were expecting a 6-hour surgery for them to remove just that small
Wow.
blockage in my small bowels. And I ended up pre-surgery, my doctor came and sat us down and said, we don't know what we're going to find when we get in there. So there may be the potential of having a colostomy bag. And I knew that going in, and I said to my husband, I do not want that colostomy bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 48 years old,
Mhm.
still have a lot of life, and I was
Mm-hmm.
not looking forward to that. 12-hour surgery later,
Oh my
they
goodness.
came out and told my husband that they had to remove the small bowels, half of the small bowels, the small intestine, and they removed all of my colon.
Wow.
Large bowel was
What
removed.
this was a blockage that you had in the small intestine.
Small intestines due to
Do you mind if
contract.
I ask what was causing that blockage? Was it like scar tissue or what was
I
it?
don't know. The
Mm,
way they found out was as I was vomiting up what looked like coffee grounds.
mm.
And that's how they knew that I had and they went in, did a scan and realized I had a small blockage. So that's when they decided to go in and take that out, cut that out and resection it. That isn't what happened, unfortunately. So they
Wow.
end up removing all of my colon as well. And I know that you know this. The
My
large
goodness.
intestines is where our body pulls all of our moisture or all of our water out. It hydrates our
Mhm.
organs, and
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
we get most of our absorption from that. So I was in the hospital in the ICU unit for 2 months with a feeding tube so that the surgery could heal. So what they ended up doing was connecting my small intestine right directly to my rectum.
Okay.
So
Oh
stuff's
my
just going right
goodness. Oh
through
my
you,
goodness.
basically.
Directly right on through me. And
Yeah.
Wow.
within 2 years, that put my kidneys, that strained my kidneys. So it put, I went from an EGFR of 90 down to 86, down to 71. And over the next, every 3 months, they would check it. And it finally got down to 26. I was a 26 EGFR.
So for those of you that are listening or watching, I mean, she's talking basically about the function of the filtration of the kidneys, and that value of 26. That was what ultimate. I mean, that is not good at all.
It's
I
an
mean, we're
end
talking
stage
about
renal
kidney
failure.
failure. Yeah,
Correct.
kidney failure.
Correct. So I started dialysis on Mondays. Then I had to have infusions of potassium, magnesium, and sodium bicarbonate because my potassium levels were dropping to 1.8.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Normal potassium levels is 3.5 to 4.5. That's
Hmm.
considered normal range, safe. And I was dropping to 1.8 because I was losing so much fluid every night when I would sleep. And with that kind of strain, I was in the hospital repeatedly for
Mm-hmm.
potassium infusions. They'd get me back up to 5, and I would be back down to 3 or 2.5 within a week
Mm-hmm. And this was even with the
Wow.
dialysis
with the
weekly.
dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I ended up, I prayed and prayed that, I would find an answer. And a friend of ours who are the area directors, their name is Scott and Donna Andrews, and they are the area directors of Prime IV in Florida.
Hmm.
And they brought us this opportunity for us to buy a franchise with Prime IV. And
But just out of the blue?
it was just out of the blue.
Okay.
After years of praying that
Mm-hmm.
it would leave, this is what came. And we started the process. We went to Colorado Springs and did our discovery day, talked to the owner, Amy and Steve Neary, and we became franchise owners. And by February of 2024, we opened our spa.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
What were
truly
you,
a
what were
blessing.
you doing for work before that?
My husband owns a cabinet refinishing, and I have a son who is high functioning autism.
Okay.
So I would spend hours, days doing therapies with him.
Okay.
So
Can I ask you a couple questions? So, how many years have you been on dialysis?
I've been on dialysis now for 8 years.
8 years. Okay.
And you
Alright.
still go once a week?
I still go once a week and infusions on Thursdays for 4 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
And you do the infusions at your clinic, or do you still have to go to the hospital for
I
those?
still have to go to the hospital.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So Prime IV opens. You felt like it was a godsend. Why?
when we went to Discovery Day in Colorado, they talked to us about a lot of the products that they offered. One of them being is NAD+. NAD right now, you see a lot of the movie stars that are talking about NAD for the fountain of youth, fine lines, wrinkles, energy, sleep. It is, with no real scientific study behind it and research behind it, it works. And so I felt like I had nothing to lose. Now, granted, people who are not particular candidates for NAD are people who have a history of cancer or ladies that are pregnant. It is not recommended for them. But as I mentioned, I had nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I started NAD in February of 24. I did a full round of 500 milligrams per 1,000 ml fluid, and I did it back to back. So I did 4 infusions in 4 days. It was changing. It was life changing.
So what happened?
So after my first infusion, my EGFR went from 26 to 31. And I continue to do the NAD every month, 500 milligrams. And my EGFR went up from 31, it went up to 38, then to 42, to
Wow.
48. And right now, I get labs done literally every week. Every Tuesday, I go in for labs, and my EGFR is 51.
Wow.
That's
That
awesome.
is awesome.
So I am filtering half.
So
I'm
do we?
stage 3A now, not 4.
Okay. Okay. So
And
once a month.
You're doing one
Once a
dose.
month I do it. Mhm,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
On
So
top of additional fluids. So that's the other thing. Being in end-stage renal failure, you can get sick very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the other things that I do here at my spa is I do immunity drips, and knock on wood, I haven't been sick in almost 2 years.
wow.
Awesome.
2 years I have not been sick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's
And I run and run. I'm the first one at this spa. I'm here every morning by
Yes.
5 a.m.
Listen to me. For everything you've been through,
Yeah,
the
it's
energy
amazing.
and the light that comes out of you is incredible.
it is.
So
Yeah. And like I remember when we went for our last infusion, I think it was last month, you're running around in these heels. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at this woman go.
Now, I try not to wear the heels because they make a little clicking sound while you go
Yes,
in
that's
the
what-
members chairs.
that's
and
what
I'm
the
like,
guy that was
my
setting
heels
us up.
are
He's like,
making
here she comes.
too much noise.
Yeah, here she comes. Here she comes.
Oh, that's
I was going to
awesome.
start just calling you Sarah Jessica Parker, though, with you running around in your heels.
No,
Uh,
but it's been a journey, and
Yeah.
I have to say it's one of the things I want to do a shout out about is that There are a lot of IV companies out there, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I have found with all my visits to many of them that the safety protocols that we have in place here at Prime IVs, and I think I go a little bit above and beyond that safety measure. I had a client today come in, and he happened to be a vascular surgeon, and he comes in and he has a membership, and he was here today, and his blood pressure was just a tad bit high. So after my medic took his vitals, I came back in and I sat down with him, and I told him, due to you have a little bit of a high blood pressure right now. And he made joke about it. He said it was just because I was so pretty. So I told him, I know that you normally get 1,500 mLs of fluid with your Myers and your liver cleanse. I said, but today I don't, and I didn't even know he was a surgeon. And I said to him, having too much fluid can raise your blood pressure. And I said, I do not put safety above the dollar, the almighty dollar. You will not find that here. So we are not high pressure sales. We follow the safety before the dollar, the sale, so to speak. And he looked at me and he goes, I really appreciate that. And I'm going to do a Google review. And I said, that's what makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
I share my story with everybody and make sure that we follow very safe protocols. So, yeah.
Yeah, talk a little bit about even the clean room where you prepare everything. Talk about that room and how it's different with you guys versus some of the other places.
Absolutely. Prime IV installs in every spa, we have to have what is called a compound flow hood. This flow hood is a sterile environment. So what we do before we compound everybody's bags, everything has to be labeled before it's taken to a client to make sure that there's no mistakes on someone getting the wrong B12 and not vitamin C. So that's always the first step as we do the labeling. Then all of our product is taken into this flow hood. The hood is turned on for vacuum and for vacuuming. And we compound everything in there. If that medic's hands come out of the hood and go back in, they have to be sterilized with isopropanol.
It's in detail. Yeah, that's awesome.
There has been a number of situations across the country where cross-contamination has made a lot of people ill and some have died.
Wow.
And I know that there's a lot of mobile IV companies out there. I know that there's 2 within the drive a mile of me that do not use a compound flow hood. So they're compounding it on their counter.
Yeah.
That is not good.
I know during COVID, we did hire a mobile company to come out, and yeah, they mixed everything right in front of us. So
right in front of you. Who knows what kind of contaminants were on your counter?
Right.
Sure.
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to know, but yes, you're right.
It's just the amount of safety that goes in behind everything. All of our cocktails are proprietary. So everything is managed. We have a medical board that oversees every drip that we create and the dosage amount. Because there are things that you cannot mix. There are things like you can't mix glutathione and vitamin C together. So it does have an adverse reaction. We have a board that oversees all of that.
That's awesome. Are you guys, is Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, is it all over the country? Is it a national company?
We're a nationwide company. I believe we have over 200 spas now. There are 13 of us here in Phoenix.
Okay.
So all the way I'm the far northwest one. The next closest would be Goodyear. We have them in Mesa, Tempe, High Street, which is Desert Ridge, Scottsdale, Queen Creek, Gilbert, and Biltmore.
But when you get a membership, that's for your spa. That doesn't you can't use that at other places, right? Like this is
Correct.
your spa. Okay,
Yes, your
perfect.
membership is your benefits are to be used at your home spa. But
Mm-hmm.
on the really cool thing is that if you were to travel, let's say to Colorado, you can actually use the discount. So with each membership, there comes like with your all's membership, you have the transformation. You get 50% off any additives or additional IV drips and 20% off injections. So yes, those benefits travel from spa to spa.
Oh, that's
Whereas
awesome.
Yeah,
your
that's right.
actual IV drip that you get each month is for your home spa.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the Fountain of Youth, NAD. Yeah, what can you explain a little bit more like what is it about NAD? I mean, you're right. You see it everywhere now. You know, you go to the nail salon and some of them have, you know,
Please
in
don't get your NAD from a nail spa.
no, we're not. We're not. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
It's
it's
everywhere.
everywhere. You might as well be standing on the corner with
A
an
pool.
IV drip pole and
Yep.
NAD dripping from it and say, "Come get it. Who wants it?" Yes, I know.
Yep.
But NAD, ours is NAD plus. It's nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. It is a coenzyme that helps our body and body's energy production and cell regeneration.
Okay.
So it's something that our body naturally produces. As we get older, that natural production slows down.
Hmm.
As
Therefore,
with
we
a
get
lot of
things
things.
like
Yeah.
the loss of collagen, loss of
Yes.
muscle tone. We get
Yes.
we get things like dementia, Parkinson's disease, brain fog on the smaller scale,
Hmm.
Parkinson's and dementias on the bigger scale, Alzheimer's. So this is one of those products that is a game changer. And like I said, the only people that can't do it are pregnant and cancer patients
Hmm.
because NAD, it will regenerate all cells, good cells and
Hmm.
bad cells.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes
The
sense.
thing
Okay.
that makes our NAD different than a lot of other places is that we use an amino acid blend to help prepare the cell. So each cell, as you know, at the tip of all of our cells, they have, I think they're called phylons, and
Hmm.
as we get older, those deteriorate. And then that cell will turn and die and turn black and die, causing the things like brain fog and Parkinson's and dementia. Brett
Hmm.
Favre is now doing it for his Parkinson's disease.
Okay.
So what the NAD does or the amino does is it goes in and kind of opens the cell so that the NAD can permeate it. So it's pretty cool.
That
Now,
is cool. Yeah.
I've got a surprise for you.
Woo!
Prime IV is going Niagen. Niagen. It
Niagen.
is. It is a nicotinamide. It is a type of NAD, but
Hmm.
it's faster. It doesn't have to have an amino open the cell. It will permeate the cell and it no longer has any side effects. So the side effects are even less than what you would have with NAD. So
Wow.
it is exciting. It is
Hmm.
super, super exciting. And you can now get it within an hour. Whereas NAD, because what you're doing is you're fusing the cells with the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, the Niagen will actually just go permeate through the cell membrane and it's faster. And you
Hmm.
can do it within an hour versus NAD, a minimum of 2 hour runtime.
Wow.
That's awesome. So is this something that you've already started using?
We are bringing it in
It's
next week.
coming in. Oh, that's
So
awesome.
excited. We are so
That's
excited.
that's so great. So will there still be like the pregnant and okay. All right.
Yes. So you still follow the same protocol, safety
Okay.
protocols. Yes. Nobody with cancer, nobody that's pregnant. Yes.
Nobody that's pregnant. Can you talk a little bit more about your services there, the other different types of IVs? I mean, whatever you want to talk about, because we need to bring in the masses to your spa, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to know what they're coming in for.
Well, we offer everything from IV infusions of all your vitamins and micronutrients to the NAD, the Niagen. We also do buckle peptides, and weight loss or weight management peptides like the Samoralin, the semaglutide, and the tirzepatide. So buckles are neat. They're a sublingual peptide. We have two different types of it, CJC 1295 and BPC 157, which are really cool. So they're sublingual, kind of like the Listerine strips. Do you remember? Yeah. We're old enough to remember Listerine strips when they first came out. You put it on your tongue.
Okay, so sublingual. What's your thought on sublingual versus subcutaneous peptide injection?
Well, when we first signed up for our franchise, one of the IM injections, one of the big peptides was the BPC 157.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for joint repair, muscle repair, energy. And my husband was like, we're opening this. When we open this spa, I'm going to be doing this BPC 157 IM injection. Well, guess what? The FDA went, no more BPC 157 in injection form. My husband was heartbroken, because he's now 65 and he's got those achy joints.
He's feeling it.
He has a very physically demanding job. And so now that we've got this, he's been taking it and he's noticing a big difference in when he gets down to put a door on someone's kitchen, brand new kitchen cabinets and hanging doors. And he's not aching so much at the end.
How much does he take? How frequently?
BPC, it's already dosed, and you just take one strip once a night for 5 nights, off 2 days, and back on for a 28-day cycle.
Okay.
You do that for anywhere from 2 to 3 months, and then you take a 1 to 2 months off, and you start it back up again.
So when you're selling those to people to bring home with them, I assume you're giving them like the kit for the month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it comes in a little box, and you have all 30-day supply in that box.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're really neat.
BPC.
They're easy to travel with too.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel with a needle to do your IM injections.
Yeah.
A little sublingual.
All right, Kristen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but stay tuned because we're going to do another episode with Kristen. And so please don't leave. And please, Kristen, don't leave. Hold on. All right. We'd love for you to connect with us. If you haven't connected with us, please check us out. Our website is drlizcruz.com. We have a magenta color button on the homepage that you can click and schedule a free 30-minute wellness consult. And that's free. That's our gift to you. You can do it from anywhere in the world because it's done over the phone. And like I said, we've got our podcast. If you haven't rated us, please rate us and please give us a 5. It'll help other people just like you to find us faster. And lastly, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining